And he is also an amateur musician with an uncommon first name that he had to earn as a kid. His first football coach called him Maynard for 2 years. He has never had a cavity.
Wow.
Please welcome Bayard Saunders.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's okay to take this. I have hated show and tell since kindergarten. And I'm gonna tell you why. So I remember the day distinctly. It was pretty cold and miserable. I'm from Michigan originally, and that day, and we were the teacher. I always remember my kindergartner's teacher, the voice like that sing-song kind of Mary Poppins. Children, children, we'll take our crayons and your papers, and we'll put them on our desks. Yes, that's right. And now we'll draw what we want to be when we grow up. Yes, what career would you like, dear? What job would you like to have? Yes, go ahead, draw. So, tables sit down and we're segregated, boys, girls. And they're beginning to draw. And I generally don't pay attention to the rest of the kids. I didn't think much of that. I was always usually off in my own world, so and nobody had ever asked me up to that time. Nobody had ever asked me what I wanted to be or what job. So this is the first time I considered it. And having no frame of reference, I thought about the things that I really like to do. Well, our house subdivision abutted against an undeveloped property. So for about a quarter mile, it was just woods. And the kids loved this. We would go every day into these woods, and it was a combination of a war zone and fort space and gathering, really a tribal thing. The kids in the neighborhood, it wasn't like it is today. We made our own things. We would go and and everybody was in the tribe, and we were all acting out the Lord of the Flies every time we went together. So there was this, but I love to go into this place, and I like to be the first one to explore the niches or find the new forts, and because I love to do that, I thought, well, that's what I'd like to do for a job. I could go around the world to explore this is what I want to do, and the realization hit me that really, I wanted to be an explorer, and I very carefully took this crayon, the big brown ones. I drew giant trees, not like the trees in the skinny trees, but big forests. I imagine I'd be walking through, and the giant tree tops and the green, and then I drew myself. I was a small explorer, and I had my backpack on. I drew that, and I drew the tennis shoes with the laces, and I was extremely proud of this very painting, and so everyone had to take it up because we were going to stand up and we were going to show everybody what we wanted to be, and we were going to tell. And so everybody got a chance to do that. They got in line, and so Billy handed his in, and he was a policeman, and Tom was a fireman, and there was a couple armies and rangers in there. There wasn't a lot of sports guys then. So I walked up gingerly with my paper and handed it to my teacher, and she looked at it, and she looked at me. What is it, dear? What will you be? And I said, I'm going to be an explorer. And she very sweetly said to me, no, dear, what job do you want to have? Go draw the job that you would like to have when you grow up. Wouldn't you like to be a fireman? Wouldn't you like to be a policeman? Maybe an astronaut? So, I sat down, and I drew a fireman, a little fire truck, the fireman, and so that's how I started hating show and tell. Now, of course, when you get older, as you mature through school, we did, we dropped the trappings of childhood, let it fall away from us, and so we got out of show and tell. Nobody brought their hamsters to school or their snakes anymore. Nothing was exciting. So, and I went to, anyone here go to Catholic school? Anybody? So it's a very unique environment, somewhat, I guess, well, sedated as compared to the public schools, and so we very rarely had any excitement until the 5th grade. In between that time, lots of things had happened. I'd fallen in love, and then I got glasses, and I fell out of love, and out of favor, and so I remember it was the 5th grade when we got a new teacher, a brand new teacher came to school. Beautiful blonde hair, young, vivacious, was just a breath of fresh air in that horrible tomb of the school. And inspired, wanted to inspire us children, loved to inspire us children. Thought she would bring back the show and tell. I really wasn't looking forward to this at all. So I still have that in my experience and in my mind. And then, of course, now, because it was an assignment, you know, the kids all treated it the same. You have to do this, not this again. And so every week somebody had to come in and tell their life story. So come in and take the paper. They like this to eat. They have a cat. They have a dog. They have this. They want to do this. So I went last vacation was this. I really took the challenge. Said, you know, I wanted to do something different, and I couldn't think of anything to say, to tell, that would be different. But about 3 months earlier, my mother had taken me to some folk guitar lessons, and I had managed in this time to learn to play 3 chords, exactly 3, and really badly, extremely. And so, as I was thinking of what to do for show and tell, that night, the Flintstones came on television. I was highly influenced by that show at the age of 9, I guess. Yeah. So the Flintstones came on, and this is the episode you may remember where Pebbles and Bam Bam write a song. They write a hit song. Remember? No, it's too old. Okay. So Pebbles and Bam Bam, these 2 characters on the Flintstones, write a hit song. They're babies, and they get published, and they get records, and they get all this stuff. And I thought, hey, I know 3 chords. I could write a song. This is a great idea. This is a great idea. I will write a song and share it, perform it for the first time ever performing anything with a guitar in front of my Catholic school classmates, the most non-judgmental people. So, and the day comes. It's my turn. I'm reciting the verbatim things that everybody else did. And as I'm preparing, I realize that maybe, just maybe, this wasn't such a great idea. After all, maybe, because I was starting to get nervous and sweat a little bit, and I really wasn't sure how it was going to go. But as soon as I took out the guitar, something amazing happened. The faces of the people, my classmates, instead of being frozen in that horrible look that they had moments before, were suddenly alive and very much interested in what I was doing. And that was very inspiring to me. And I thought, well, this is great. So I strummed a few chords, and then everybody was like, oh, yeah. And then, so this is the song I got. Little Jack Rabbit, you running so fast. Jack Rabbit, you running so fast. Jack Rabbit, I'll catch you at last. And that's exactly what they did. Very first time ever, anyone received applause, or and so at that moment I knew that my kindergarten teacher was wrong, and that I was an explorer.